Are you ready? I most definitely am. Let's get started on the Elite Four. This guy here is Sidney, who specializes in the Dark type. Of course, I have Blaziken in the lead. And so this battle should be rather easy, because if I struggle with this guy, there's a serious problem, because the rest of them are going to be a lot more difficult. Well, and not only because his levels are lower, you'll see why in a few minutes. So he's starting out with Mighty Enna, which, oh yeah, it's going to intimidate Blaziken. Hopefully Blaziken can still manage to get the old one-hit KO with Brick Break, even with Intimidate. That's what we're going to find out in just a second. Yep, that was just enough. So now who is next? Shiftry. Well, I'm going to keep Blaziken in there because now I can burn Shiftry to ashes without worrying about that Intimidate attack drop. And it should be a one-hit KO as well. There we go. Now, who's next? There's Absol, Crawdaunt, and... oh, it's Absol next. So, I'm going to keep Blaziken in there because even with that Intimidate drop, it's still better than everything else I have when it comes to taking down Absol. Besides, I don't think it has much more defenses than Mighty Enna, if at all. You see, one-hit KO again! So, who's the next one? Crawdaunt? For that one, I'm going to be sending out Regice because, well, Blaziken could kill it with Brick Break, but it's weak against water, and Gardevoir could kill it with Thunderbolt, but it's weak against Dark, so I'm not going to be taking any chances. Regice is the safe choice for this Pokemon. So, yep, another one-hit KO. 4 out of 4 so far. Can I make it 5? The last one is Cacturn, so I'm going to keep Regice in, I guess. It's going to annihilate it with Ice Beam. Blaziken could have taken care of it with the Flamethrower, but, you know, whatever works. There we go. 5 one-hit KOs. I hope the rest goes just as well, but I know it won't. And the reason for that is because the next Elite Four member specializes in Ghost types. And I have nothing that works against Ghosts. So I'm just going to have to pound her Pokemon with neutral hits and hope for the best. And, okay, he says the same thing. And, yeah, what was I about to say? You're about to see a big problem with regional dexes right here. There are 3 Ghost lines in the Hoenn-Dex, and I'm just going to put something else in the lead, not Blaziken. I'm going to put Skarmory, because if I can't kill those Pokemon in one hit, I might as well defend against their onslaughts. So as I was saying, 3 lines of Ghosts in the Hoenn-Dex, so that means she has to double up on Pokemon. She has 2 Banettes and 2 Dusclops, and that gets a lot worse in the next battle, believe it or not. So let's attempt to beat Phoebe. That's her name. That's how I believe that's how it's pronounced, Phoebe. So, okay, Elite Four member number 2, and we start with a Dusclops. Oh yeah, duel of the super defensive Pokemon here. Oh, haha! Well, at least I used Fly, so tries Protect again might fail. No Protect, of course. Phoebe's smart enough not to do that. Oh, Confuse Ray now. Well, at least that's gonna be a good time to whip out that yellow flute of mine. And no, over there. So yeah, yellow flute, they swapped the bag and the Pokemon menu between generations 2 and 3, so that's why I'm always mixed up. Shadow Punch, not very effective. That's all you got? Shadow Punch? Well, okay, let's keep on the attack. Steel Wing this time, since it has the same power as Fly, but just a bit less accuracy. And, okay, Shell Bell recovery. Shadow Punch again. Yeah, this Dusclops is really no threat at all to me. And yeah, full restore, because it's the same thing as usual. Whenever gym leaders or Elite Four members end up in the red, they always use a potion or a full restore depending on where you are in the game. So Now that... Oh, yeah, protect again. Super. Let's stall some more, I guess. At least she's using Dusclops as a wall. She's not trying to use it as a powerhouse. But seriously, Shadow Punch instead of Shadow Ball? This is the end game, Phoebe! Use your brains! And, okay, Shadow Punch again. Boring! Well, at least... Oh, come on, why won't you die already? All I need is just one more hit! And then it's going to be over. There we go, Steel Wing is going to connect and put an end to that pesky Dusclops. And she got another one waiting in the wings too. Ain't that just the funniest thing ever? And next we have one of her Banettes. Banette is a physical Pokemon, so I can keep Skarmory in there. I don't think there should be any nasty surprises waiting for me. So I'm gonna use Fly. Oh, what? Speaking of nasty surprises, I didn't remember Banette learned Thunderbolt, because, seriously, how often do you see it in the metagame, and how often do you see it using special moves? Seriously, I don't bother to remember things like Tauros' special move pool, or even something like Banette. So, yeah, at least I'm going to knock it out with Fly. At least Thunderbolt didn't do too much damage, thankfully, because Banette isn't very strong on the special side. And that means if it's her other Banette, I'm going to get Skarmory the hell out of there, just in case it has Thunderbolt. So I guess I'm gonna go with Regice, at least. No, I'm having second thoughts now. I'm gonna go with, I think, Blaziken, yeah, because it's got strong enough offense. Maybe I can try and go for the one-hit KO with Flamethrower. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Banette is very strong defensively, so maybe it could work. If Skarmory's Fly hurt that much... Oh! So close! And Shadow Ball... Holy hell! A critical! Well, talk about an untimely critical. At least I survived with lots of room to spare, but seriously, Shadow Ball was physical back then, and off Banette's high physical attack, that would have hurt had I not had that level advantage. Sky Uppercut, I'm gonna pass. I got Brick Break. Thank you very much. Goodbye. And here's the second Dusclops. So, what do? I'm going to... Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep Blaziken out there because it worked decently enough against Banette. So let's see now, Flamethrower, and of course, I think I might avoid the full restore if I manage to. What? Earthquake? Why didn't I think of that? Oh, at least Blaziken survived. Oh, Citrus Berry. Am I going to be able to one-hit KO it? Well, not one-hit KO it, sorry, but I think I can kill it with another Flamethrower. Please don't fall in the red. There we go. So that... We're done with Dusclops. Seriously, this battle is giving me probably more trouble than any battle in this entire LPing series, aside from maybe Lugia, but that's another thing entirely. It's definitely more tricky than any of my Elite Four battles in Red and Crystal. So yeah, Milotic against Sableye, seriously, Sableye is so weak. Instead of being weak against nothing, it's weak against everything. So, is it going to be enough for the one-hit KO? Nope, not quite. Level 50 does wonders. Shadow Ball, ow! Special defense fell? Well, that is... Oh yeah, full restore. I was about to say, I've been hacked like crazy in this battle. Thankfully, Shadow Ball is a physical attack that somehow drops special defense, but they fixed it in Generation 4, just so that I don't get a lot of comments telling me about it. And one last surf should be the end of that Sableye. There we go. 2 down, 3 more to go. But yeah, there goes that no item run, because I'm going to heal that Blaziken because I might still need it for later. Oh well, the purpose of the game isn't to avoid using items, it's just to win, no matter what means you have to take to do it.